This video is going to be 10 pieces of advice to reclaim your power and exit a victim mindset. Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Sarah Daniela. Welcome back to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get right to it. Lesson number 1. Something we don't talk about enough is that no one is coming to save you. As young women and young girls, we often romanticize the idea of a lifelong partner, a husband, being in a marriage, but that isn't the goal. You need to realize that the goal is to have such an amazing relationship with yourself that anything else that comes in is so natural and only adds. You need to stop settling for things that aren't even supposed to be in your life. My life changed when I stopped chasing the idea that things would become different once I had a certain goal and started realizing that my life could only become different when I started showing up for myself. Lesson number 2. Your past is not your fault, but you do have responsibility and you do have a role within it. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that you could have made, because truly you were doing your best with what you knew at the time. The mistakes you could have made are who you were then, and you need to let that be in the past so that you can start accepting different kinds of opportunities and different energies into your life. When we hold on to our past, it is easy for our present lives to become clouded with thoughts and ideas that we take as rules because we form them around past experiences. For me in my life, I used to listen to a lot of the thoughts that I had around my traumas, and I took those as an absolute truth. A lot of the time, our brains are simply trying to protect us. Lesson number 3 is none of your dreams are too big. A lot of the people around you might not understand why you have certain ambitions, and it isn't for them to understand because they have not lived all of the same experiences that you have, and so they're going to see things differently. You should not waste your life making others' dreams come true. Something that really changed my life was when I started becoming grateful not only for the things that I have, but also for the things that I have manifested. This changed my life, and it will change your life, because you are going to be in such a state of abundance when you are so grateful and you have so much to be grateful for. Even if currently you don't have some of the things that you desire, you can still be grateful for them and receive some of that same energy that you would as if you did have them. Your body will naturally start to feel as if it was in that moment. And our bodies can't really tell the difference between actually experiencing something and really thinking about it and putting ourselves in that situation. When you exist in a state of abundance and gratitude, you will only attract that energy towards you. I think that a lot of people focus their attention on the things that they shouldn't do, and they set a lot of limitations for themselves. When you start focusing on the things that you are doing right and you try to grow those, you take the qualities that you already have and you start building off of those, you will see that you are a lot better of a person and more capable than you make yourself out to be. Being overly critical and striving for perfection is a form of self-destruction and self-hurt. And you should focus your goals on taking what you already have and making that into abundance. You are already enough and you are already special. And when you take other people's qualities and try to match them, it most likely won't come off very authentic, and it will take a lot more work than if you take what you already have and praise yourself every time you are going in the right direction, not the wrong one. Lesson number 5, the key to happiness is making sure that you go to bed feeling proud of your day. When you are focused on others and what is going on in their lives, it can really cloud you from achieving your goals. And truly, in my life, there has not been a more satisfying experience than making myself proud and knowing that I can trust myself. As a former people pleaser, I used to overextend myself, and at the end of the day, I felt really drained and exhausted. And something that is hard to come to terms with is that people are not always going to appreciate your efforts. And the only person that you should make proud is yourself. Because when you are making others proud, you might not be in line with what you actually want from your life. Lesson number 6, make it a goal every day to make someone's day better. When you wake up, choose one person or choose an action that you will commit to that day, and you will see that you are reclaiming that sense of power by knowing that you can make an impact in the world. A lot of us go about our day doing the bare minimum and feeling overly tired, even though we are only doing the bare minimum. When you are just working for money or a monetary goal, your life will feel a lot harder versus when you are actually doing more. And my parents have always been an example of this. Even when they didn't have the time or the money, they always went above and beyond. And you will attract more people into your life because not everyone does this. So figure out how you can change people's day, and it really doesn't take much. You just have to believe that your presence is noted and your presence is powerful, and you can make your life more meaningful by helping others. Lesson number 7 to gaining back your power is to choose authenticity over approval every time. You need to fall in love with the idea that people aren't all gonna like you. Your job in life is not to have everyone feel happy with you always. Do not take on the role of becoming someone who is responsible for making sure that others feel okay with their own lives. Everyone is just projecting their own beliefs and their own experiences onto you, and that is how they will perceive you. Your authenticity is so valuable and is what will make the difference between you loving yourself and you feeling lost and unworthy consistently. Do whatever feels right to you because they know better than you. We are all living our lives for the first time, and what their advice may be right or it may be wrong. It doesn't matter because your life isn't about perfection. It's about trying things and it's about making progress. Focus on making the people who surround you, not the people who approve of you, but the people who you feel most yourself with. Lesson number 8, you always have access to peace, love, and any other type of fulfillment that you need. You are allowed to be happy, and no matter what's happened in your past, and no matter what hearts you've broken or what bad decisions you've made, you are allowed to forgive yourself and recognize in the moments where you feel most stressed that the peace that you desire is within you. Lesson number 9, make an alter ego. Life becomes a lot easier when you have a higher version of yourself that the only question they ask when making a decision is whether it is making them fulfilled, happy, or whether it is going to make them reach their goals even further. You're not obligated to continue in a life that makes you feel unworthy. Your only obligation is to live a life that is meaningful to you. And everything you do will be based off this list because sometimes we get carried away with our emotions and our thoughts. And this list is going to remind you of when you're in a clear mind, what is it that you actually crave? What is it that you actually want? And what is it that you actually want to show up as? Lesson number 10, your final lesson, is to learn to let go of what no longer serves you. You are the most powerful version of yourself when you know that something is hurting you and you just let it go and you never look back. When you feel like going back on boundaries you have set, know that those moments will pass, but the feeling that you will have from feeling so proud that you set your boundaries and you stick with them, that will make your life not a continuation of circumstances that accidentally flow into your life, but a life of only things that you accept and a life of only things that are of the highest standard. Okay, angels, this is the end of the video. I hope you're feeling your power back, and I do have another video that is really similar to this. It's on confidence and you guys can check it out. I'll link it down below. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week for a new video.